In the last lesson, you've learned how to create POC or how to create HTTP post request. In this lesson, we're gonna learn how to update data in our database, how to create a POT request to update the data. And this lesson is gonna be very easy because updating the data is like creating the data. Just we need to add two differences and you're gonna watch them. First, let's create our function. Const update POC is gonna be equal to async function. And inside this function, see this create POC? We're gonna just copy all of this code and paste it here like this. And we're gonna do only two changes. The first change, see this post, we're gonna make it POT. This POT for updating the POC. Okay? You can make it also patch. But what is the difference between patch and POT? I'm gonna tell you. POT request is for full update. I mean, replaces the entire resource with data provided in the request body. In this body. Okay? The full data, the full documentation in database. But patch is a partial update. It updates only the specified fields in the resources without affecting the other fields. So it's just for partial updates. If you don't understand, don't worry. Because in our course, we're gonna use only POT for full update, okay? Now, that was the first change. Instead of post, we're gonna just add POT, okay? The second change that you need is, didn't you ask yourself which POC are we gonna update? For example, this POC or this or this? How to know what is the exactly POC to update? How to catch a POC? We're gonna catch a POC with the ID of this POC. For example, if we see here, if you see here, we have this POC with the name last POC. We can update it. You only need to copy the ID of it, ID number 9, and to add the ID inside our post, inside our POT request, like this. Let's use the template literal string in JavaScript, like this, and add slash and the ID of the POC, the POC number 9. Okay, and now let's go to the body, this body that we're gonna send to the backend to update our POC. So let's to update this 500 and make it only 40. And the name of the author, let's make it Mark, for example. Now let's press save and try this function, update POC. And to try it, we need to add a new button. So let's duplicate this line of code, this create POC line. And inside of create POC, let's change to update POC. And when we press on it, we're gonna update the POC function. We're gonna call this function, update POC here. Now let's press save and press on update POC. Let's press on it. POC, the name it changed and be Mark, and the price changed and be 400. We can also try to change the image. For example, let's try to use this image. Let's copy the URL of it and add it here instead of this URL. And let's make the name of author to be Angle. Okay. And the price of POC is gonna be 99. And the email is gonna be angle@hotmail. And let's, instead of update the POC with ID number 9, we're gonna update the POC with ID number 8, this POC. And let's change this 9 to this 8 and press save. Finally, let's change this word here. Has been created? No, it has been updated. It's just a message. We don't our message to be tricky, okay? Now let's press on update POC to update this POC. So let's press here. Look, POC has been updated and now the name is Angle with price 99. So now you've learned how to update box in this lesson. Now, if you understand those 4 requests, put and post and delete and get, you are ready to create our box store project. So don't miss next lessons because we're gonna build our app.